like to bring up? The four: withdrawal, contempt, being defensive, or criticism. Just regular old criticism. Guilty as charged. Well, I think every one of us can go back and easily find that in our past, but only reason I'm sharing it in here right now is that watch it. When you get, if you are in a relationship right now that isn't working too well, or if you hope to be in a new one, don't do it. Don't make that mistake. It would seem to me that a strong relationship is one in which two people, there's three factors here. They express love and compassion for each other. Obvious. They grant each other freedom. And they have few expectations of each other. That seems to be the general consensus of what a good, solid relationship is made up of. A weak relationship is always mirrors someone wanting their lover to be the way they want them to be. In other words, they want control. And control is the exact opposite of what's going to work. So, control does not work. And that's what if I go back to a relationship where I'm working with someone else on it, and I see that, we will go back, we'll try to find the cause. We will try to find the cause of the belief about why you feel you need to be in control, or why you feel you have to be in control. And there's a lot of other reasons for a relationship to end. I'd be the first one to tell you that. When my relationship ended a few years ago, I was just absolutely shocked. And it may have been a destined event as far as we were concerned. I sincerely believe, after doing one hell of a lot of investigation, that it was a soul agreement we had made before we ever came together, that the relationship would last so long. And so, if you are in that spot of being the one who is shocked by the ending, there's not much you can do about it. That's what is. And I know myself, I wrote a whole book on destiny, even though I'd already written books on destiny. I wrote a book generally on destiny to look at it. And I spent probably about 3 years doing that bit between other things. And I went back with regression. I found cause in regression. I could see where there was a perfect balance in it ending the way it did. And yet it's not over. My wife are still the closest of friends. We see each other all the time. We work together. I have cut that tie, but I will probably always love her and have no problem with that. So there are sure such situations where, boy, you know, it's beyond what we can see when we look at our life and why the relationship did not work. And it may be that you were the one who destined it on the other side. But this is about finding a new relationship. So we want to look at that. And I am seeing, and again, I'm asking you this because I'm talking, everybody in this room you're a therapist. You're working with people. I am seeing an awful lot of relationships ending, long-term relationships ending, because I think that the shift is doing, it's a great deal of it. In other words, there are a lot of people being pulled apart so that they can come together with a person who has a matching vibrational rate to their own. And there's a new kind of a relationship. If you want to read about this a lot, I would suggest Gary Zukav's Soul Stories, where he talks about a self-actualized relationship between a man and a woman. And I felt we had a very self-actualized relationship. But it was time. And when today we both say, well, why did that have to happen? Because neither of us have married anyone else. Neither of us have, you know, we may have people that we are dating, we're seeing, but it's not at that point where it's real serious yet. And we're both, though, when we look at how we have changed since the relationship ended, and you know, it'd be interesting to hear your story on this, but I know that I have ventured into new aspects of my work that I never would have ventured into before. And I know that she, way more than I, has been doing work, has had to face a whole new reality, and is doing work she would never have done when she was with me. We would tend to just, you know, kind of ball up together and the whole world could go by, and there was not a lot of growth. There's been a tremendous amount of growth since that time. So, what's your reaction? Where are you coming from on this? Before we go back into an altered state, because I do want to put you through a different type of altered state exploration here. Are you newly out of a relationship? Oh, come on. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm 26 years married to the same man.
Yes.
And there's a lot of good times, struggle times.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to be forever, but it's the optimum relationship. I don't.
In other words, it's not the soulmate, the twin flame type of a relationship.
But it is, when we're good together, it's like it's beautiful. But
Yeah.
when we fight, it's like a withdrawal.
Okay.
So I don't.
Why do you fight?
What control?
Well,
Yeah. So like,
I guess that. So what does that tell you?
I don't know. It's telling me I'm just.
You don't need to control. You don't need to be in control to survive. You don't need to be in control.
I mean, if you ask me, I'd probably say he's trying to control. If you ask him, you say that she's trying to convince. But,
Yeah.
But it is. So.
Who else? Back in the back. Yes.
Oh, me.
Yeah. It was one of those little hands that kind of
I saw hers go up.
like
and I
that.
was gonna, well, the first thing I'm in touch with is how painful it was to look at my parts in all my relationships.
Right.
And my last relationship, I believe, was a contract because of how you described it. We're great friends.
Yeah.
And then the piece that I'm working on right now is self-actualization. And in my physical moving around, you know, homes, etc., I actually found my old wedding ring from my marriage a long time ago. And it belonged to my great-grandparents. So I decided to do a ceremony with myself. And with this ring, I e-wed. Because I figured I need to love myself and treat myself first. And that's where I am.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You want to find a new relationship.